So what are we doing today in this video? We are swapping this case out for a new case that we've got down here. So because we've already got thermal paste on this because we built this ourselves, kitchen roll and hand sanitizer to clean the thermal paste off the old one, new thermal paste, got a knife which is to only open the box, so we don't actually need a lot of that. And I've got this, and this is what I use for this. Not expensive, about £3 it comes with bits. I did buy those other bits. So reasons for exchanging this out is I've changed everything over. All the ports at the top, so all of them ports there work apart from the mic, which is a bit of a pain in my new headset. So we're going to get rid of this. The case has cost us £92. So let's crack on into here. So we spent an awful lot. We're just reusing all of the parts in here. So we're not actually we haven't got any new parts in. It's just more of a transplant, but it's going to hopefully be a more successful, did I get my words right, more successful. So take the glass off. More successful video for teardown and then a rebuild. So what have we actually got in here? We've got three fans, it came with this, and then we've got a Corsair radiator AO cooler there, which we're going to have to redo all of this. So first things first, we'll take the graphics card out. So you need to take this, on this case, you have to obviously take your screws out that hold it in, but for some reason on this case, I don't know if it's on, it wasn't on my old case, but what we have to do, you have to take two silver screws out. So you have to take these two out, and then these two doing also hold the graphics card in. So if we take these out quickly, this was like a £50 case with 3 fans in. So maybe did it have 3? Yeah, with 3 fans in it, it was a £50 case. You can tell, look, all that's coming off. Not the best case in the world. So I should have known when I bought it that it wasn't going to be great. I've had it for about 6 months, this case. Oops. Just put all the screws to one side. So we're literally, as I say, going to use all of it all. We had issues, a load of issues with everything. It took me more time than it should have done to get this case together. So we've took that out, so that's loose. Then take your 2 connectors out here. So you take your one 6-pin connector out, and then one 8-pin connector. Let's just get that to shut up. Then with your graphics card, I don't know if you can see this, but just here there's a little pin that you should just push. It should just push. Just push it in. As long as there's nothing blocking it, it should just push in. You just push it in, and it should just pop straight out. But let's just see. So you just literally just push it in. And again, I had this issue last time. There we go. So it just popped it, and then your graphics card just slide out. And this case is such a pain. So there's the graphics card nicely out. It's such a pain, this case. Just put that there, because this thing doesn't come out easy. And that's just hold it in, so we can get rid of that. So, dust, load of dust. So next job is to take all the cables out. So all the cables at the bottom here, just pull out. Pull them out. The HD cable. So we've obviously took all these out. Next job is to take the RAM out, so you just push the 2 things at the top. Oh no, sorry, just a 1 actually. Is it just a 1? I'm sorry, they push out and all, don't they? No, maybe not. No, just a 1, sorry. Trident Z, Royale, 16 gigabytes, runs at 3200 I believe. Yeah, 3200, which is the best way. Like, they want the faster RAM for AMD. I actually cut myself trying to do that. Not that, trying to do that graphics card. So next job is to disconnect the power for the I/O, and there's a lot to do, to be fair. The cable management in this case ain't great either, so I'll just show you the cable management that I've done. You'll see it in a second once I take it all out. Wrong way. These thumb screws aren't actually thumb screws, so this case does have two 2.0 USBs and one 3.0 USB in. Let's just move the graphics card. Let's have a into it. So the graphics card in this is a RTX 27 armour 8GB from MSI. The reason we went for that is I wanted the backplate on one and I wanted an RTX. So the cable management's not the best, and I just realised I've got all tar wires around that, so that's going to be a pain to get off. So what's left to do is really take the power supply out, which is luckily the power supply is a fully modular one, so we can take that out. It's held in by these 4 screws here. So screw 1, 4 screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just get all these out. Never ever take a power supply while you've still got the power in. Obviously it is electric. Oops, it's so warm. You will actually see the amount of messes on here. It's disgusting. So just try and, I don't know which is the best way to actually try and take this out, to be fair. So I want to show you the fully modular side of it before we do anything else, but I don't think I can. So basically fully modular just means none of the cables are actually connected. So let's just see, it must come out that way surely. It's been such a, I don't remember I've actually even put this in, it's such a tight case to work with. So this case comes with an RGB box and all, which doesn't actually really help at all, because it only supports the 3 fans that it really came with. There we go. So hopefully we can get it out without damaging it too much. So fully modular. If you're new to PC building, you get fully wired, semi-modular and fully modular. Basically, so fully wired is obviously they're all connected, you can't do anything about it. Semi-modular is the ones that you need, so your motherboard, and I think the graphics card ones comes with it, and I think it's also your SSD and your hard drives, which your SSDs there, hard drives are in here, are connected, and basically all you do is, I don't know if I can actually show you, they're just connected and you just pop them out. So oops, it's a lot easier to do apart from leaning over just in case to do it. It's a lot better for cable management as well. So let's just look, comes out just like this. Apart from, you get stone ones that don't actually want to come out. Yeah, they really don't want to come out, do they? That one's come out. So obviously, I will show you how you set all this up again. I'm hoping we've gone for a mid gaming tower. So there we go, it's all that. So next thing to do is not worry about cables as such at the minute. Get back around to the front, start taking all the other things off. So take the eye off and find out where that's snagged up. That's, oh please don't say which one are you. So let me just get some cutters. I forgot I've done all this, so just getting some wire cutters here just to cut all the cable ties off at the back. Which, just be a bit careful, just make sure you cut away without cutting any wires, otherwise we will be in a bit of bother. Some of them are dead loose. So hopefully now we'll be able to just pull through. So that, if I reroute that cable back through, hopefully that will be that. And then we just need to disconnect. So the AO has its own little socket on my motherboard, which is a ROG Strix B45 Gaming. So there we go, so that's that. What's that connected to? Another tire, I've just got another tire wire down here that I need to cut off. This one's going to be delicate as hell. Thank God I didn't cut that. So the strip down is not as important as the build up. It's like the rebuild. So the reason we got the cling film is to clean all this off, all the thermal paste off there, and all the thermal paste off the CPU. But the motherboard, theoretically, once we've taken that pin off, which is the 24 motherboard cable pin, taking the USB port out, the two SATA cables, which is one's for the 4TB hard drive, mechanical hard drive, one's for the SSD, I forgot what it was then. We may have to take these two fans out in order to get the motherboard out actually. Let's have a look, see if we can just disconnect all these cables first. This case was not the simplest to build in at all. Yeah, we're going to have to take this fan out just to get that thing cable off. So the fans have got 4 screws at the top. That is not going to come off because the others haven't, but that one does apparently. So yeah, there's four screws. So we're going to take this one off. So we've already took one out, so took one, that one out, and then there's these 3 here to take out. And then it's starting from scratch already, putting the motherboard in. And just hold the fan. I've taken the last screw out just so it doesn't fall. And then get the fan out. Then gives us access to this one here, which has got another part you just push down on, and hopefully it comes out nicely. And that's the CPU power. So that cable just powers the CPU. And now should be nothing else connected to the motherboard. at all, so it's just a case of taking the screws out of the motherboard. Just one there, one there, one down there, one in that corner, and then three at the top. And I'm not actually going to show you doing that because the motherboard is a very sensitive piece of kit, and if you break it, it's buggered. Which is why it's important to make sure you don't break it. So I'm hoping the case has got new screws. So I'm not too sure. I can't actually remember if they come with a motherboard or not. And this isn't a full guide, by the way, guys. It's just a little bit. If you want a full guide, go check out like Jay's 2 cents or something, or Joey. Can't remember his surname, but yeah, or Joey. They all do proper full guides on this stuff. And that should, hopefully now, not come out. Why are you not coming out? From, oh, I've missed 2, that's why. They blend in so well. It's kind of scary. No, that screw's not quite ready to come up, even though it should be. There we go. So, hopefully, literally, it should just slide out now. But for some reason it's not, and I don't know why. Got it moving. So none of the cables are connected anymore. But hold on. Just need to wiggle the cable, the fan cables, and they're all tangled up. So it's a very delicate piece of equipment, this. And it's also one of the most important pieces of equipment, and also there we go, the motherboard is out. Motherboard is out, so I'm just going to pop that down here. This motherboard luckily has an I/O already on it. So, the next thing to do is lift this back up. This case, you just put your hands there and this should just pop off. I say it should, and watch it not now. There we go, just pops off with a bit of brute force. That was one of the main reasons I got that, is because it was nice. So, what we've got here, I've got 3 Corsair RGB fans that are attached to the radiator in the back behind it. This desk is going to need cleaning. So this is the desk I use for all my major unboxings. So let's just unscrew all these. So once all the fans are off, apart from the bottom one, so it's just these 2 that are actually holding the radiator on. As you can see, they've not all got screws in. We had to kind of like fluke it with this case. No, I still don't want to come out. So, that fan should just pop off, and there we go. 1 Corsair fan is off. All RGBs. take the second one off. Hopefully that'll just, there's nothing else. Oh, one more screw holding that one in. I thought I took that screw out. And then as you can see, the radiator's just completely dropped. And that's how full this case is. It's just literally let that screw fall out. So the radiator is off. No idea where I'm going to put that now. Put that just there. Why are you not coming out? You're all tangled up. This one's just held in by normal, it's not actually attached to anything. But the screw, you've got two, this is how daft it is, 2 screws on the outside, 2 screws on the inside to get it to hold in right. And then we've got all the parts. That means we can then just move it out of the way so we don't keep locking it up there. Need to take, or see, that's not even held in anymore. Look how loose that is. See if we can get it out. There we go. So I won't show you this, it'll be a hard camera shot, this one. So these have these little screws in. And then again, just a case of check and see why that cable is not coming out. Where is it? There we go. Second one out. All that's left to take out, we're going to leave these 2 fans in and put the other one back in. Obviously that wouldn't be in this video. Just got to take, if you just pop that cable out, pop the stator cable, and there's that held in by screws. Yeah, 4 screws hold this in, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 that hold the hard drive in. So the hard drive has got these screws here. It's got 2 of them. Oops, chucking stuff on the floor. These 2 ones here, and it's got the 2 exactly the same screws on the inside of the case. Again, that's another hard camera shot. The SSD has got 4 which hold it in, so just put your fingers on the back and hold like that, and then unscrew your SSD, unscrew it. Like I always do, you don't actually have to, but I always do it like opposites, and I don't actually know why. Probably from my mechanic days when I was learning to be a mechanic, and never followed through with that. Passed the course and then dropped that. Like never went to one interview and then never pursued it again. And now, after that, I went to Home Bargains, and after Home Bargains, Wade Spring, and then from Wade Spring to Amazon, which is where I am now. So, take that one out and it will just come off. One SSD. Sound this 400 and something. What? Actually, to be fair, it's actually falling apart. For some reason. So, could be a new SSD we need to buy. Can't get that sorted out. Oh, it's coming apart. I'll have to have a look at that before I put it all back in. Oh, there we are. Sorted. So what is this? 480 gig hard SSD. The hard drive, which is coming out in literally 2 seconds, is a 4 terabyte Toshiba one. Just see if that's finger tight now. And again, that's got an SSD and a power cable on it. An SSD, a SATA cable and a power cable. Now I'm getting a bit confused with what I'm saying now. They are SATA cables. The one's a power SATA cable, one's a data SATA cable. And then, a bit of a look. Exactly that. It's come out that way. There we go. Toshiba Performance X300, and it is a 4 terabyte and it weighs an absolute ton. So that is that case done with. Just need to get the white cables. You need to get your white cables. So you obviously your PSU cables. Make sure you've got them. You've got your SATA cables. For this build, if you're building from fresh, your SATA cables come in your motherboard box. And then that's that done with. Oh, apart from we need the screwdriver. That's that done with. So we then just carefully transfer everything over. So let me just get the case that we're going to be building in now. So the case we're building in now is a Corsair Carbridge Spectre 06 series. And that's why I'm going to do this. So this is what we're using. I won't show you around the box. Open it up nice and easy. Open. Yes. And we've got this in white. So we're going to put this back on the floor and get the case out and go from there. No idea how I'm getting the case out like, but so we've gone for a white one this time, a white case to go with the desk, because we do use a white desk. And you can get 2 models of this. You can get the Spectre RGB and just the Spectre which isn't RGB. Same case design, just loses the RGB side of it. So this is the case of... I just dropped my graphics card. That ain't such a good idea, but we will leave that part in. So where can we put that that's safe? No idea. Hopefully, pins look all intact. A bit of luck, it'll be fine. So this is the case we're using. It's a lot more. Let's just take these off. A lot more like covered up, so hard a lot more things. So we're back at the PC now. So what have we done? Got the radiator in, which is just here. Put the fan mount in here. Got the motherboard in. Rerouted some of the cables, so it's a little bit more like tidy with cable management. Loads of cables at the back. Actually started connecting some of the power supply up. It's not fully connected up yet. Motherboard's securely in. So all we've got to do is connect the like the hubs up here, HD audio and the power button and reset button, and then just basically connect up some of the powers behind there. But this is going to probably take about 3 days to do. So this is going to be the second day. Because I am working nights, my body's still trying to adjust. So there's not really much left to do right now. The SSD and the hard drive are both in. I'm very sorry, but when I come to edit this, I'm not going to fully know what's happened because this camera keeps going out. The other camera's memory card's full, so I need to invest in a new memory card. But we'll get that all sorted. So let's just see what we can do now. So the graphics card we could put in, but I'm thinking going to connect some more wires up. So I'm just going out of your way. So we're going to connect the front headers up here. So you can't see, we're going to connect these cables here, these little ones here, just these little ones down here. So just reset, just push them on. Probably best to connect the bottom ones first, to be fair. And then just connect the other two. And then we should be good to go. That's them connected. So, oh, sorry about that. So, HD audio, which is for the top. I need to find that HD audio. One. HD audio. So HD audio goes in the AF. I think is it that one? Yeah, the AF. What's it called? Sorry, on here it's called the AAFP. So the best way to connect that is probably to wire it up through here. This little hole here. Actually, it's not. It's going to be easiest to come through here because of the amount of tension on the cable. So just push that on. So that's all these connected up now, and there's not really much else to do. So there ain't that much left to do really. You've got to put the graphics card in, put the power supply in, connect all the power supply up, and then it's done, pretty much. But the worst part comes to cable management, so that'll be like a whole day on just the cable management, checking how long we've got left. So the graphics card, we're still using the MSI RTX 2070. It's an 8GB graphics card, but I'm not entirely sure it's actually only should fit in. It did last time. So yeah, that's it. Then all you're going to do is screw it in. So just like normal, get your screw it in. Also, if you're building your own, just make sure you know what 2 slots is your graphics card's going to occupy. Because you don't want to take the wrong ones out. and then find out it doesn't actually occupy them ones. Then obviously, let's just tighten that up. Now we're going to get obviously the GPU power cable, which is here. It does say on it PCI. So it is in a PCI slot. Best way to go for them is, I don't actually know which way it would be. Which one would be the best one? So it depends on how bothered about cable management you are. Probably come here and just slide down there. So just go through the bottom one. As long as you've got space for it to come through. Which you should have space for it as long as you haven't got a load of cables. There's part of it. It is a bit of a pain trying to get it all through, to be fair. It's quite a thick cable. You don't want to be pulling too hard in case you break the cable. There we go. So just connect the extra 2-pin on, and then just push them together like so, and just push them in like not like that, because that didn't stick together. And then just push them in like so. And then with this one you need another 6-pin. Some of them you need a 6-pin, some of them you'll need another 8-pin, and some of them you won't even need the 8-pin. So let's just connect that one up, and then push that one back in. Chain the wheel in, is it? There we go, so that's your graphics card, cable connected. So pretty much all the important cables are connected now. So, there's nothing else you got yet. So you got your CPU and your fans, graphics card, your RAM, your hard drives, your radiators. There's no more hardware to actually put in to the PC. It's just a case of turning it around and doing what I call the nightmare part. Let's just turn it around in my way. And the reason I call it a nightmare part is because I find it is a nightmare to do. And I'm not actually going to record all of this, guys, all of this part, because it is going to be such a long part. So what will I record? Connecting cables, the important cables. So if you get your RGBs, you're not fussed about RGBs, not important. All that's important on here is power supply cables and safety cables. So as you can see, power supply cables are pretty much all connected. We've actually equipped 2 safety cables just to make sure that we've got enough. So first of all, get 1 safety cable. Second port on your SSD, which I can't really show you unfortunately because of my other being a terrible camera. Just try and connect them all up. all you do is you push them on, dead simple. It really is simple. So these are SATA power cables, not SATA data cables. They do go on a certain way. And the way you can tell, I don't know if you can actually tell. Let's just take one out, I'm going to carry it to the camera. So the way you can tell is they have one side's flat, one side's got a lip. The lip side goes in. So, and you'll see there's a groove for the lip side, and that you just push the lip side in. Well, there's a lip side on that one. That way. That's going to be such a tight thing. So let's just push one in and then hopefully quickly before it dies, before the camera starts, it's had enough of recording today, and then that'll be this video ended. So, sorry about that, camera cut out. So that one, I've gone back to the second camera because the memory card's full and I've only got one memory card and I need this to actually get that fired off. So this is the case we're using. I don't know how much of it is on there that we've seen, so this is what we've got to the point so far. So got all the cables out, sorry if you've seen what is on there, all the cables out. And then the two fans, motherboard's going to go here, obviously this is where the motherboard lives. So let's put that in place. So all we do is these standoffs, black standoffs, just line them up with your motherboard. It does say M. So M is for micro ATX, A is for ATX, I is for ITX. And there is all labels on here, I don't actually think you'll be able to see them. But it's like A, M, I, so obviously you know where they all go. So we're just going to pop that in. Quickly pop the motherboard back in. Like I said, this isn't a brand new build, it's the same hardware as I originally had. It's just in a new case. That's all this is original hardware in a new case. And we're just going to try and line all the standoffs up. They came in a bag, which I've can't remember where I put the bags here. So the bags here, they use these hard drive bays, a lot easier than the original case taking that. So this is the bag that we're using. Going to go in and just find all of the things that we need. So another standoff, so there's only one more standoff you need to put in depending on which one that is. That's probably for micro. Fan screws, so if you're using a radiator. Hard drive screws, which is what we need. They must be. Oh, what are they for? No idea what they're for, to be fair. So not using the instructions. Fan screws for without a radiator. You get, and then motherboard screws, which is what we're using. You get Allen key, zip ties, and some end tape for some reason. So we're going to just pop these in to the aligned holes. So with this, I would go corner to corner way. That's how I would do it. It's just corner to corner. So corner one. Because the screwdriver was unscrewed, so corner to corner keeps it from warping the motherboard that way. I've probably not picked the easiest two corners to go to be fair. No, I trust me, I haven't. Probably picked the worst two corners to do first, to be fair, because with this having a built on IO shield, it's virtually impossible to get this screwdriver there. So just see if we can actually try and get that screw back without pushing it further in. We'll just lift the case and get that back, it's not a problem. So this is not magnetic at all, which is probably why it's one. Let's see if we can get a magnetic screwdriver to get that one in. It's only here, so let's just see. Don't want to break the glass. Let's see if we can just quickly find a magnetic screwdriver. Magnetic screwdriver. As long as these are. Screws are magnetic as well. Look at that. Oops. Straight in. So we can leave that there just in case we do get another awkward screw to get in. We shouldn't do. But this is now going to be more secure as well, because it's going to have all points on it. All points are going to be connected, so be nice and secure. Might have to use this one again for this one here. And then once this is all in, I'll try and get that screw back that we've lost. Just going to use this magnetic one, it's a lot easier, it's longer reach. So how many we've got left? Not many, we've got literally 1, 2, 3 screws to put in. I might have to purchase a toolbox just for PC building, because I might start doing this as a regular thing, like building PCs, and then we can give them away or sell them or whatever. Oops, that one's gone a bit wrong. God knows how that one went so wrong. Well, there we go. Sorted that out now, save that one. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Hopefully if we lift that up, that's fell in there. So that is the motherboard secured in. Now we'll get that screw out at some point. I don't know how we're going to get it out. I don't actually know where it's going. But it will be fine in there. So, what's next to do now? It's going to be take. So yeah, this does come off. I've just realised this does definitely come off with that. When you take this off to port, because I don't think the radiator is going to fit up there. It'd be nice if it would, but I honestly don't think it will. Because you've got to have the fans up there, and that's only just going to fit up there. Yeah, so it'll be front mounted radiator again. The front mounted radiator will go on the front here. Plenty of space. So let's just pop this out. It's a little bit stubborn, but just push it. Don't be too hard with it. But then it's got a dust filter on the front and all. It should just pop off. So nice dust filter to keep it nice and clean. And on the front, make sure you've got most points on there. Take these 2 screws out. put a radiator on, and then it's all done. So just take these screws out. Sorry about that noise, there's just so many little things moving about. I do keep checking because, like I said earlier, this camera's only got 10-minute intervals on it, or maybe 11 at the max. So we could mount them there, I guess. Will that still fit on with them? Well, we'll wait and see. It should fit on, but we're not going to use these fans for that. We're going to use the Corsair ones that are same thickness, just a bit nicer. So all we do is get the radiator, find the best way to place it, which is probably going to be cables at the bottom. Is it? Or cables at the top coming around and down. So we place it in that way, like that. See how the holes all line up now? And then just put these on. This is where the tricky part comes in. Is you've got to try and do it all like that. It's going to be quite hard to do it at this angle. All we're going to do, stick 2 in, and again in the corners, stick 2 in the corners. Which should go through fairly easy. And then just lift it up to where the holes are, and it should go in fairly good. You don't put them in too tight because while they're in here you can move it up and down. And so you want to get 3 in if you can. So you get one there, get one there, another one at the bottom. There we go. So you lift that up and then just tighten it up. I don't know where you are because this camera keeps cutting out, which is why I didn't want to use this camera. This is my old camera I used to use, keeps cutting out. So far what we've done, we've put the 2 screws in, hold the radiator in. Gonna put this one in. This is the there's a screw. The RGB Corsair ones. So we're gonna route these all through. Obviously, you've got little cutouts here for cables. Hopefully, probably should have done them before, but what we can do is we can just route them all down. Right, route this one down and pull them through here and just keep it nice and tight there. Right, really keep it nice and tight there, like that. Because this one's not actually going to have a radiator there, so it'll be a lot easier to worm through. And actually we might actually be able to pull that actually a little bit. It gives us a little bit, yeah, we can pull that, gives us a bit more room. And just pull it again for that one. Gives us, there we go, can do that. And got that sorted. We can do, obviously again we can do it exactly the same for the second one. Just pull it a bit, not pulling it too much, don't want to put too much strain on the actual screws. So that's that one. And then all you want to do is get the heads through. And once you get the heads through, it should be perfectly fine. There you go, so just pull them 2 through, and again just want to put 2 screws in, 2 opposite screws in again. Makes it easier on the distribution, doesn't pull the fan either way, and it should all line up magically, to be fair. So we'll just double check that theory. They all line up magically. Well, there's knowing me, they won't. Just see if it works. There we go, all lining up magically, to be fair. Except that one. That one doesn't line up magically. Why not? Oh, magic, isn't it? I just think that screws. Is that screw long enough? Double check that. Yeah, it is long enough. So let's just we'll look at that one in a bit. Get another long one. Straight through. Oops. Straight through there. Into there. There we go. So that's all 4 in one. It's not such a big deal as long as you've got 3 in. Is it better to have 4 in? Of course it's better to have 4 in, it's more secure. But it's not a be all end all. If you can't get them all in, just means that we'll have to figure out why. I can see the thread. Let's see why it's not going in. See if that's gone in now. Oh, there we are. So you can always tell with a ratchet because it will start ratcheting when it gets stuck. Like when it's got threads, it'll start ratcheting. So there we go, we've actually got. What was that that's just dropped off? The fan, the one that originally came in. Luckily the fans are alright. The stable's not perfect for this job, but it does the trick at the time being. So I'm hoping, let me just turn 2 fans in, got the radiator in now, nice and secure. We're going to put the other RGB fan at the bottom. I've just realised that dust filter can't be on now. I've really just realised that dust filter can't be on there now. So we've actually got to take these off. I've just realised they should be the other side. Drawing it in. There's plenty of space. So yeah, we've got to take these off. Sorry about that, I've just realised that I had the dust filter on. So I'm kind of glad actually, because it just means we can keep the middle one on, hold it in place, take the top one off, put the other top one on, like the other RGB fan on. We'll hold it in place, have the dust filter in to like obviously clear all the air that gets sucked in through it. But my apologies here guys, we all make mistakes. Won't take long to actually take this off. Just so we can keep that dust filter on. Yeah, where did they put the other RGB fan? I've seen it, it's down here. So, all I'm going to do, get this and screw through there, and I'm hoping it's going to, so you can't, the dust filter fits in there, so even if you put, they don't go all the way through though, do they? Oh no! You ain't going to be able to fit that. Where have we even put a dust filter? So it locks into there and the points up here. So no, with that yeah, it goes like that, look, so it wouldn't actually fit on with these fans on. But if we put the radiator at the front, it will fit on. This is, so I've never actually built in this case before. So just to keep it as clean as possible, there's the radiator coming off, so once we've done this, once we've got this out, the radiator will fall off. And hopefully it just means that we can actually, I don't know how we're going to do this though, because if that goes, unless we just have, you're not actually going to be able to see it. So if we just have, just the two, goes like that. Will that allow for the dust filter to go on? Still don't think it's going to allow for the dust filter to go on, to be fair. No, it's still not going to allow for it. So guys, while the camera was processing that video, so it takes ages to process the 11-minute videos, done. I've gone and got a few of the boring bits out of the way. So as you know, the radiator's on. Got the radiator all on now. Can't fit another fan here, so that's okay. Also, that's going to blow straight onto the hard drive. Is that not the hard? Is that the hard drive there, base? No, sorry, going to blow into the hard drive base. So we're going to use this for cable management, like putting a few cables that we don't actually need. I went like the extra length of them. So put them on. Oh, I forgot that's connected. Put the rear exhaust fan on. Put the rear exhaust fan on. And you can't really see, but I've put one in at the top. So we've got one more to put in, which is this one here at the top. And the reason I'm filming now is just to show you that this part here, this side here, obviously on these that has the actual label, but wherever the cable goes, that means it's going to be like sucking it in or blowing it out that way. So you put the labels at the top if you're having it as an exhaust or facing out of the case as an exhaust. So I always, for some reason, because of where it is, I have 3 exhausts because with it being a radiator to 2 intakes. If I could have got away with a 3rd intake, I would have had a 3rd intake, but unfortunately couldn't get away with it. So all we do is just wherever the screws off, get the screws, the little ones if it's not going in a radiator. And this is obviously, these are all the boring parts in a minute. Just get like two of these screws again. And then, I don't know if you can see that glass, this camera's not very good at all. And then, just like we did last time, just opposites. Finger tight to start off with. And then just, don't want them too close together. You've got the real estate on the case not to have them too close together. So what was actually on that other one? Oh, it's just there. If you've got the real estate, don't put them major close together. Space them out a bit. And all you're doing is the main objective is to keep your case as cold as you can. Well, not as cold, as cool. You don't want it to be ice cold, so you don't want to be like chucking ice in it, alright? Keeping your case as cold as you possibly can, just because obviously the cooler you keep CPU, the more work it can do for you. So like if you're at the perfect temperature when you're at work or at school, depending on how old you are, you find that you'll be more productive. And it's the same with component, it'll be more productive for you. So what are we actually using in this then? So this, if you I never uploaded one, so I couldn't get the camera angle right. So this is basically, all we're using is, got a Ryzen 7 2700X CPU in here. We went for Ryzen because, truth be told, Intel was ridiculously priced for what it was. We've also actually cleaned, is there any way we can just disconnect that? Yeah, easily. Just going to disconnect that, just so we don't have to drag that around. Let's get rid of that for the time being. So, Intel's overpriced for what he was getting, and I was looking whether they've changed now, possibly due to AMD's new outfit coming out. So yeah, so this is where we're at right now. Cleaned, see, thermal paste off. So now starts getting to the fun part of that we start putting things together. So what would I suggest to do now? I would suggest to do sort the thermal paste out for your CPU. So just put a little, like this, the thermal paste we're using is Arctic, what is it, Arctic MX4 thermal compound 2019 edition. Let's just see what it actually looks like. I don't think it gets scraper with for some reason. Some of you get scraper with, some of them you don't. This is it. So all you do, so when you take it off, is just put a little bit around, and I'll probably put a little bit, like a little bit of a square, because of obviously having a square platform and not having a square. Oops, my bad. What do you do? Just there we go. And then we put the CPU on, or the CPU cooler on. And then we can keep that, I suppose. Yeah, you can keep that. Put the CPU cooler on, because we want this to be as nice and tidy as possible, but we also don't want to be yeah, so we've already got some on. Obviously, as this heats up, as it heats up, it will become more of a liquid, and obviously spread a little bit more. But that's put it on tight. That's on really tight, to be fair. So you may need to just play about with it a little bit, just to get it hooked. Not like that, because it's just come off the other side. Be a bit careful if you're using these, not to get any, or try your hardest not to get any of the CPU or CPU, the thermal paste on, but this ain't coming off at all. Hey, finally got it loose. Let's try again now that we've got it loose. To see whether it'll actually hook. we had it hooked before, so it should just hook perfectly fine again. So let's just hope for the best, and then, because as you know we did have it hooked, so you saw me take it off. Right, we can actually get that, it's not a problem. It's just a little, it's just like that, look. So all we'll do is hook it, hook it, oh, it is becoming a pain. The only bad thing is I get really frustrated really quickly, so that's why I'm not always the best person to be doing these sort of videos. What we're going to do, try and just hook it a little bit, just screw it a little bit in, sorry. So as soon as we've got it hooked, we're going to screw it in. But it's a case of actually managing to get it hooked. It's a little bit awkward because you can't really see what you're doing, to be fair. One of the things you've got to do it by like feeling. And sometimes, there we go. And just screw it down. Apart from that one's just unhooked itself. There we go, so it's all hooked up again. You want to make sure it's quite a nice firm fit, to be fair. So you don't want any chance of it coming apart for obvious reasons. Doesn't, because I'm saying if there's a bit of a gap, you're not going to get full heat distribution or distribution. So we just make sure it's nice and tight, nice and snug like it is. So that's that finally done. So that's still recording, that's perfectly good. So that's the heat sink on. Got to find somewhere to put the fans. So guys, I'm so sorry if I don't know what you're missing because the camera keeps cutting off. So we're still going to upload this video though, and I'm so sorry about what you are missing. So we've got the hard drive and the SSD in. Now we can actually move on to putting the PSU in. So does this has breathers at the bottom, so make sure your PSU fan is at the bottom. So I've just realised I probably should have connected actually the CPU cable first. Is that what you are? You the CPU cable? Yeah. Probably should have connected that before putting the motherboard in, because there's not cutting else chance I'm going to get that through there. It's got to go up in the middle gap. Oh, is it? Let's have a look. No chuffing way. Actually, We're on something, we are on something. It's got trapped. No, can't in hell's chances that going to get up there, is there? See if we can actually push it through. Yeah, you should always probably make sure that goes through first. Like, we can sort that out, it's not an issue. Just put that to one side. And the way we sort that out is we just take one screw out of the motherboard. And then hopefully, or we could come this through a different one actually, to be fair, come through a different hole. See if that's any better. So yeah, it just means the cable management is not going to be as tight as I'd have liked it, but it's not going to be awful cable management. But if you are really picky about your cable management, then yeah, just make sure you do that bit first. Just pull a bit more through to give you a lot of access to it, because it just, depending on you. Yeah, we've got that cable through, just depending on your motherboard in your case, which means it's going to be not going to be as nice and tight as it could have been, because get that screw before that falls, because it's all, what's that? So your CPU socket's there for it, so it's had to run this way and through this hole here, but it's still going to be able to tidy it up. I'm not going to do a cable management video on this one, so that can take absolutely ages to do. So we now need to find the 24-pin motherboard one, which is that one that goes into your power supply, and that's this one just there. So the best way to do that is literally just take it through that grommet there, just like that. Bend it as much as you can, just be careful not to over bend it, but it's going to be quite a tight fit. Oops. Wants to be going that way, like that. Make sure, there we go. That's that done. So you've got your motherboard, the CPU. Now, what? Find where's the, not that one. Is it that one? The USB header. So you have to just look at CPU pump and AO pump. Let's have a look. How many cables have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, no, you don't want your SATA cable. That can go, will that fit through that one? If we can get the cables out of the way, just do the cable management as best as we can, even if you have to push it through sideways. As long as it goes through. If it goes through one way, you'll be alright. Cables may not allow it to go through, like this one's not. We've always got that one just there, it can go through nice and easily, as long as you get it through nice and easy. You'll have a long enough SATA cable. So what have we got here? Let's have a look. So what's that for? So that's the fan. So we've got fans, 2 RGB, 2 RGB. So the RGBs are these here. So just get your RGB, it says 2 RGB hub. Just get them and just pop them in. The other one says 2 RGB, wherever that's gone. 2 RGB hub, again, pop it in. These are all, because it's a kit, they all just connect together. Or they should all connect together. long as you've got it all right, make sure it all lines up, and there we go. So you'll have your RGBs to your fans now. Obviously we will put all this RGB stuff behind. Then obviously these are your fan headers, so just find your fan headers, like that one. Put them on your fan headers on your case, these ones here. Fan headers here are fan 2. Make sure you get it the right way, so that bit goes at the bottom. So fan 2, and obviously we could have these come up here out of the way, and fan 3. There we go. All that's left to really do now is connect all the wires up, which we can do. So one, right, then find your 8.0 fan pump, connect. So that's just to power that. And there's a USB that goes into here, which I can't actually remember what I did with that. That might still be in that case, to be fair. Let's just see, is it still in that case? Yeah. So this is the what you want to put in. So it goes in there. Then you want to find a USB header for it. Where is our USB? And there's USB header. Just find a USB header. RGB header at the top. Just look for your USB headers. We'll literally say USB on it. It's getting so warm. Is that still recording? It is. Cool. So what we're going to do, guys, we're going to end this here because this camera's not going to last much longer. So that's pretty much it. So I know it's not been a full video guide, guys, I did say that. But I will show you the aftermath of it once it's all together. So thanks so much for watching, guys. It's Chuck. If you did enjoy the video, please hit that thumbs up, guys. Give me a Chuck a subscribe. And if you didn't, hit that dislike button, guys. And leave a comment down below how I can improve my videos. So thanks so much for watching, guys. It's Chuck. If you all have a fantastic day and goodbye. So guys, we're back at the PC now. So what have we done? Got the radiator in, which is just here. Put the fans mounted them here. Got the motherboard in. Rerouted some of the cables, so it's a little bit more like tidy cable management. Loads of cables at the back. Actually started connecting some of the power supply up. It's just not fully connected up yet. Motherboard's securely in. So all we've got to do is connect the like the hubs up here, HD audio and the power button and the reset button, and then just basically connect up some of the powers behind there. But this is going to probably take about 3 days to do. So this is going to be the second day. Because I am working nights, my body's still trying to adjust. So there's not really much left to do right now. The SSD and the hard drive are both in. I'm very sorry, but when I come to edit this, I'm not going to fully know what's happened because this camera keeps going out. The other camera's memory card's full, so I need to invest in a new memory card. But we'll get that all sorted. So let's just see what we can do now. So the graphics card we could put in, but I'm thinking I'm going to connect some more wires up. So let me just get out of your way. So we're going to connect the front headers up here. So you can't see, we're going to connect these cables here. These little ones here, just to these to the ones down here. So just reset. Just push them on. Probably best to connect the bottom ones first, to be fair. and then just connect the other two. And then we should be good to go. That's them connected. So, oh, sorry about that. So, HD audio, which is for the top. I need to find that HD audio. One. HD audio. So HD audio goes in the AF. I think is it that one? Yeah, the AF. What's it called? On here, it's called the AAFP. So the best way to connect that is probably to wire it up through here. This little hole here. Actually, it's not. It's going to be easiest to come through here because of the amount of tension on the cable. So just push that on. So that's all these connected up now, and there's not really much else to do. So there ain't that much left to do really. You've got to put the graphics card in, put the power supply in, connect all the power supply up, and then it's done, pretty much. But the worst part comes to cable management, so that'll be like a whole day on just the cable management, checking how long we've got left. So the graphics card, we're still using the MSI RTX 2070. It's an 8GB graphics card, but I'm not entirely sure if it's actually should fit in. It did last time. So yeah, that's it. Then all you're going to do is screw it in. So just like normal, get your screw it in. Also, if you're building your own, just make sure you know what 2 slots is your graphics card's going to occupy. Because you don't want to take the wrong ones out and then find out it doesn't actually occupy them ones. Then obviously, let's just tighten that up. Now we're going to get obviously the GPU power cable, which is here. It does say on it PCI. It is in a PCI slot. Best way to go for them is, I don't actually know which way it would be. Which one would be the best one for you? So I think depending on how bothered about cable management you are, probably come here and just slide down there. So just go through the bottom one. As long as you've got space for it to come through. Which, you should have space for it as long as you haven't got a load of cables. There's part of it. It is a bit of a pain trying to get it all through, to be fair. It's quite a thick cable. You don't want to be pulling too hard in case you break the cable. There we go. So just connect the extra 2-pin on, and then just push them together like so, and just push them in like not like that, because that didn't stick together. And then just push them in like so. And then with this one you need another 6 pin. Some of them you need a 6 pin, some of them you'll need another 8 pin, and some of them you won't even need the 8 pin. So let's just connect that one up. And then push that one back in. Chain the wheel in, is it? There we go, so that's your graphics card, cable connected. So pretty much all the important cables are connected now. So there's nothing else you got yet. So you got your CPU and your fans, graphics card, your RAM, your hard drives, your radiators. There's no more hardware to actually put in to the PC. It's just a case of turning it around and doing what I call the nightmare part. Let's just turn it around this way. And the reason I call it a nightmare part is because I find it is a nightmare to do. And I'm not actually going to record all of this, guys, all of this part, because it is going to be such a long part. So what will I record? Connecting cables, the important cables. So if you get your RGBs, you're not fussed about RGBs, not important. All that's important on here is power supply cables and safety cables. So as you can see, power supply cables are pretty much all connected. We've actually equipped 2 safety cables just to make sure that we've got enough. So first of all, get 1 safety cable. Second port on your SSD, which I can't really show you unfortunately because of my other being a terrible camera. I'll just try and connect them all up. All you do is just push them on, dead simple. It really is simple. So these are SATA power cables, not SATA data cables. They do go on a certain way. And the way you can tell, I don't know if you can actually tell. Let's just take one out, I'm going to show you to the camera. So the way you can tell is they have one side's flat, one side's got a lip. The lip side goes in. So, and you'll see there's a groove for the lip side, and that you just push the lip side in. Well, there's a lip side on that one. That way. That's going to be such a tight thing. So let's just push one in and then hopefully quickly before it dies, before the camera starts, it's had enough of recording today. And then that'll be this video ended. So guys, we're on the last 9 minutes of space on the camera now. So we've connected that up by having to pull the hard drive bay out. The next one is which is the best way to do this. Because of how restricted the SATA cable is, I'm just going to pull this one off, unscrew that one where the SSD is, scroll across and straight in and just just what? There's no harm in doing this. You might have to take that data cable out though, because it is restricting it. They're only thumb screws, screw it back in. And now, should be able to connect one back up. It might even be easier to actually take it off, connect the stated power cable to it, which will be able to twist. It'll be a lot easier to twist the entire thing. Again, just make sure it all lines up. And then twist it all around. Remember, when it comes to cable management, you're going to be spending a fair amount of time doing, you are going to be spending a fair amount of time doing cable management if you're that bothered about it. Then put your data cable back on, your SATA data cable back on, yeah. But another, like if you get a bit of time, want to add another SSD or whatever, if you are going to add another hard drive later down the line, guys, and you've got saved up quite a bit, get an M.2 faster. So that's that SATA cable connected. We've got another SATA cable for the RGB. Make sure you got it right again. And that's it really, guys. So that's pretty much two hard drives, or one hard drive and one SSD connected. And there's pretty much nothing else to really do now, apart from tidy all this cable management up. So I'm going to end the video there, guys. So thanks so much for watching me take the old one apart and put it in this new case. Has been some hiccups on the way. It's only like my second full build, so thanks so much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry about how it's going to turn out, because I know it's going to be all over the shop. So thanks so much for watching and sticking by me. So if you did like this video, guys, please hit that thumbs up and give me a chuck subscribe. If you didn't like this video, for any reason, hit that dislike button, guys. Leave a comment down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, this is Chucky. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Goodbye.